What's up, Raider Nation? Back at you with another video. Back with Raiders content as well. Y'all clearly didn't like any golf content. Um, we were, baffled by all 13 of you that watched the video. Um, but nonetheless, we are the Silver and Black Attack. We're a Raiders channel at heart. And yeah, some news today. Tom Telesco gave an interview, and primarily what we're going to be focusing on here on the show today. And said the thing about, I think he said something about Davante. You know better than me. You were, I was sitting in class all day, but you were on top of it. So the Davante thing, and then the Michael Lombardi thing is something else. That fucker said something about Antonio Pierce. Um, but yeah, you want to get into it?
Yeah, so we can start off with obviously Telesco's comments. A few things jumped out. I think first being Davante Adams. I think he was asked point blank, will he be traded in the offseason, which is a weird question to be asked, in my opinion. But basically, he just shot down any rumors and said Davante Adams is going to be a Raider, which I think there was a lot of questions that even me and you had during the season is if Davante is going to get traded this offseason. But I don't think that's going to be the case with Telesco's comments. Like, you don't generally see a guy come out and say something like, okay, he's a Raider. Like, that doesn't mean that if he was going to get traded, he kind of dodge the question, avoid it. Like McDaniels would do the same shit with Carr. But no, so he went out perfectly and said Devontae's going to be a Raider, which I think the nation can be assured that he's going to be our wide receiver one next year. And that's big news. Second, he also talked about the running back position. Obviously, we have a big decision looming with Josh Jacobs, who's I think the tag is 14 million, and he said that we're not going to use the franchise tag this year, and if we're going to bring Josh Jacobs back, it's going to be on a multi-year contract extension. But he also said that we're looking into a running back by committee approach. So honestly, like two conflicting things there. He said we want to bring Jacobs back, but if you're going to bring him back, why bring him back to a committee type role? That doesn't make much sense to me. So I think I don't know what you think about this, but I think Jacobs is gonna walk because spending 11, 12 million on a running back when you have Zamir White who played good, played great in his absence. I don't think it makes sense to bring in Jacobs on for $12 million. It's just that's not how the NFL works these days.
I don't think he's gonna get that 12 million number that he's looking for. I don't think he's gonna get that deal, obviously, from anywhere else. I think if he does get paid, it's gonna be by the Raiders. But the running back by committee thing is pretty interesting to me. Like, there are different teams that have done that right over the years. Like Kansas City is one of them. Like with Pacheco and Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Jerick McKinnon, they all swap. They're like not one is superior. Like, okay, Pacheco maybe is obviously the better back out of the three, but they all three, put in the work. And the other one's Philadelphia with when they had Miles Sanders and Kenneth Gainwell, and I believe their other back was I know now it's Rashad Penny, but he doesn't really do much. But there's another guy there who's been there for a while. I can't even remember his name right now, but that's not really important. But to have like three, average guys, like Zamir White, Amir Abdullah, and maybe another guy. Amir Abdullah, by the way, shout out double A. He got a movie role, and he's gonna be an actor coming up for this film. I just saw it on all the Raiders were posting the players were posting their congratulations to Double A about his role in a film. But overall, I don't see Jacobs getting money from anywhere else. There's so many running backs in this free agency, like Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley and Josh Jacobs is there. And then there's like four or five other guys that I was reading the list of that they're all going to be, restricted or unrestricted free agents. And it's going to just be like a pool where I don't think Jacobs is the best back in there. And I don't think he gets that 12 million number from anywhere.
Yeah. And even let's say even I don't know what the limit would be on what we would re-sign him for, but even like 7, 8 million, I don't think I would do because you can replace his production with a fifth or sixth round player and have Zamir White, who you're paying, let's say, $2 million a year, and then Abdullah has to be one or two, and then a seventh, sixth round rookie is obviously going to be around like 500 to $1 million, right? 500,000 to $1 million. So Jacobs, the $8 million price tag, I don't see. I'd rather just go out and sign a lineman or go out and sign a D lineman, interior D lineman, or a tackle, or you can bolster up your front seven or your O line with that money that you'd be investing in Jacobs. So I don't think, and Telesco likes to build through the trenches. Like that's the Chargers have always had a good O line. This year was shaky for the Chargers, but they've invested assets in the O line and D line before. So I think that money is not going to be used on a running back. But it's going to be interesting to see how Telesco kind of uses that cash. But next point I want to hit was the quarterback too. Telesco said nothing's off the table when it comes to trading up. He said trading back, which I don't know if that's going to happen. But anywhere moving up or down in the draft, he said is all on the table, and also free agency. He mentioned is a possible likelihood for a quarterback. So look, we've said it multiple times is we want to draft a guy. We want Jaden Daniels. That's who we think is going to be the future of the Raiders. We hope, obviously, with the connection to Antonio Pierce, he's mobile. He's not that small. He's 6'4". He's not a small guy. He's skinny, but he can always bulk up. He can't. He has the size. He's got to get mass. So I think he has everything you want in a quarterback. He's so smooth. He's got a beautiful deep ball. So we all want Jaden Daniels. It's just a matter of if we can trade up for him. But I think we agree that he's the guy.
Yeah, and Raider Nation, we're gonna see really soon, what unfolds with the draft coming up. Free agency obviously opens sometime in March. Um and there's just going to be a lot of stuff going on that Tom Telesco does, and obviously he has the final say on everything. I think he mentioned that he gets the final say. Antonio Pierce is going to have a big say too in everything, but that Jaden Daniels pick will hopefully be hopefully we'll be able to trade up. I heard New England's open to trading down from the third pick. Maybe they have their eyes on Kirk Cousins or something like that. But yeah, we appreciate you guys. Like, comment, subscribe. We're back with Raiders content. So yeah, we'll keep you updated with what goes on.
Thank you all.